R&B Money. We up. Tank. Jvalentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank.
I'm Jvalentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on all things R&B.
Yes, it is.
See, you think R&B is local.
Local joker.
You think it's local.
Huh?
R&B ain't local tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is where you're watching it. R&B just got international.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just elevated.
Yeah, it's not just no American thing.
No, it's not just no American thing. I mean,
Boy.
there was an American boy involved, but it's just an American thing. You understand what I'm saying? We have a loved one in the building. A superstar in the building.
Yeah.
She does it all, man. Make some noise for Estelle in the building. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
Oh, great.
I was
It's great.
just going to,
God gets on my nerves.
Oh,
Just-
God.
man.
It's the accent's beginning.
just talk, the way I normally talk right
That's
now.
how you
It's
normally
just- I normally,
Oh, wow.
try to make, accommodate this guy, make sure he feels
You'll
at
What?
home.
Say that one
never
more
be
time?
Idris.
Oh, okay. What is happening?
Yeah, this
You'll
guy,
never
he's,
be it.
he's
You know him.
he's from the hood, so I have to make
He's
sure.
from the what?
Hood,
The hood?
The hood. I have to make
Okay.
sure he's,
Wow.
accommodated. But
Accommodate.
right now,
Okay.
it's about you.
It's not terrible, but it's just
Hey,
like
Top Boy.
It's like, Top Boy. Oh my gosh.
And it's
Relax, bro.
It's the nuances,
Shit.
that keep me here.
This
And
is madness. This is
Get out of
madness.
how you doing?
I'm here amongst the madness of King George. What's going on? How are you both? Good.
Great.
We are good. We are happy to have you.
Good, man.
You're dope.
Thank you, man.
Though I think talent wise and all of the cool things, like all that is cool, but your energy has been 1,000% consistent and on just a godly angelic level since
you.
the first day I
Wow.
met you. And
Thank you.
That's really cool and rare.
Yeah. No, you genuinely are a sweetheart.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. I
Yeah.
appreciate
I've
you saying
always
that.
felt that every time I'm in your presence. Like, this is just a sweet person.
And it's
Thank
tough to remain that way.
Yeah.
Like you may start off sweet, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then you really get into this shit.
Yeah.
And you really start to go through some things and
Yeah.
you start really seeing the colors and the skins
Yes.
on these people.
Yes.
And it can turn you different.
Well, I have been there, and I always say that, well, I've said recently, you have to go there to know that you want to stay sweet and you want to stay cool, because it's this whole world, not just the industry, is designed to make you realize and see and face your shadow side, which is, to me, the mean side. Once you get cool with it, I always say I play nice with my shadows. I'm clear where they are. I know what they look like.
Yeah.
I choose not to go there frequently, and I don't take a lot of stuff personal anymore.
Yeah.
So that helps me stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, man. You're just probably having a bad day. I might be having a bad day. I'll give myself grace.
I think the personal part of it is a tough bar because as an artist,
Yeah.
everything feels like an attack on
Sometimes.
you personally.
Sometimes.
It's all an attack. Yeah, that's just not good. What do you mean it's not good?
And you'd be like, oh, you don't know what I went through in order to pull this feeling out. How dare you? Yeah, but maybe sometimes it ain't. And it's okay for it not to be. Sometimes it's just a fact,
It's okay. It's okay that not everybody feels the way you feel.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
And so then you just start to zero in on the people who do.
That part. And I believe what you put your energy towards multiplies.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
I worry about the people who worry about me in the greatest of ways. And anybody else who doesn't, or just doesn't for the sake of doesn't, maybe I'm not your vibe. Maybe we ain't in the same energy field. Maybe you're there to let me know that there's harmony in the world, and that's okay.
It took me a minute to even get that, though. Even because social media really had
Yeah.
a good hold on me,
Yeah.
just in terms of these negative conversations.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to talk back.
Sometimes you have to do it though. Like it's okay.
No.
That's all right.
I wanted to.
No, don't egg him on. Don't
He
egg
would
him
call
on.
me at like 8 in the morning and say, "Can you please stop arguing with girl 4897
Yeah.
who's not a real girl?"
That's true.
But you're literally fighting ghosts.
Fighting
Yeah.
ghosts.
It takes to me, it takes like a big amount of personal presence or just being like here, right? To like even walk yourself off that ledge.
Yeah.
I used to never be this person to be like, nah, can I cuss?
Yeah, but you turn up.
No,
Fuck
fuck that.
yeah, you
Fuck
can
that.
cuss.
Like, nah, like, fuck them. They out here. So I'm a, and
Yeah.
then, and it was just like, is it changing the price of my mortgage? Is it coloring my day?
Yeah.
Is it protecting my mom more? Is it none of that?
None of it.
I don't care about you
None
people.
of it.
None of it.
Like, I have to say it out loud. I don't care about you people. And move along. Because I have drafts some days.
Listen, like these thumbs.
Draft.
These thumbs.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then there's some days when
They're
I'm just like,
violent.
all right now, watch your mouth. Like, be careful. And sometimes the statement is, watch your mouth.
That's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And
I
everyone gets it.
always wonder, and I guess it's because I've just been on the other side of it for so long at this point with the business side, is, you know, I'm a step away from being a creative. You guys are here.
But you're a creative too.
Yes, but I'm going to step out. I'm going to step out. I'm going to step
Okay.
out of the circle and ask a question. Would it just take too much time to reply to all the love? Because y'all find the hate.
The hate finds
The hate
you.
finds us. Thank you.
He finds you.
Hate finds us.
And I'm literally I'm generally just asking that question because there will be so much love. Oh my God.
The one thing.
But
You hate it.
See it like
I'm going to cuss your ass out.
no.
You
See
know
it
what I
like
mean?
this. See it as a party, right? Mm-hmm. See it as it's almost a celebration. You're hosting. It's your party.
Yeah.
And you're in the party and you're dancing.
Having
you see
love.
everybody, hey,
love.
everybody stands up a good time, hey, and you point the finger and you make, and then there's that one person comes up and completely stops the record, grabs the DJ's mic and says, "This is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
This shit ain't even hot like that." Now it's like, so in the midst of enjoying all the love, that negative comment or whatever completely interrupts the party.
Okay.
But there's also
And
the,
you pay attention to it
yeah.
more because of that. Because we're having such a good time in these comments. having such a great time.
But then there's also the perspective of like you give them the power to stop the party. Is that big of
You
a deal?
do.
What they said, right?
do. When
Not
you
that
reply,
not
you
that
do.
some of the things ain't real. And before you replied to it, to me, it's kind of like the way you read it. I was like, I've had to actively do this, like give it empathy, right? That person, I go down their page before I respond sometimes.
I do that too.
And I'm like, you just having a bad week. Or this, you just feel like this is your MO. I'm not allowing you to be that big of a deal in my day this week. So, nah, I'm not even responding to it. I won't let you stop the record.
You should refer to your third post before you continue
You
in this
know?
manner.
Like,
He
what did
has
say?
to have the clap.
He said,
He has to
I'm
have
going to
the
go
clap
pull that thing
You
up.
gotta have the clap
Do you
back.
want me to repost that for you?
I really be laughing.
Yeah.
No,
It's comedy.
I'm better now.
You know, no, 100%.
I don't even do it
100%.
anymore.
But like, I'll
Yeah.
see something that somebody says about, I'll be laughing.
Let it rock.
I'll be laughing.
Well, and it also like I had to think about like before it even got to this point and things that I would hear about people that I knew. And I was like, that's not true.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
That's not what they're doing.
Right.
I was just hanging out with.
Everybody's got an opinion, and everybody, I try to give as much empathy because guess what? There'll be a day when I get it completely wrong.
Yes.
And I just want empathy.
Yes.
So I try my hardest. Like I have to like concertedly do it. I say because you say I'm sweet every day, and I'm just like it's a concerted effort to make sure that my spirit and everything stays in the right space.
Yeah.
I self-correct as quick as I can. You know, like I'm not owed it. I worked for this life, but there's God too, and He gave me this, and I don't play about it. And He doesn't play about me, so I'm more beholden to God than I am to anybody and anything else.
beholden
Like
to
no,
God.
so serious. So it's a conscious thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real morning, middle of the day. you know, and so the stuff, I'm human. I go through it.
We break, yeah.
But the empathy part for me helps me to, let me just see what you're going through this week. Let me look at what you said on your Instagram page.
Yeah.
Someone told me I posed like an old lady and I went to cuss them out. And then I went down his page and I was like, this is a 12-year-old.
It is a 12-year-old.
So of course I'm an old
course,
lady.
yeah.
It's about right. I
It's
want to be
fair.
like, yeah, your mom, I'm probably your mom. So you probably think, it's about right.
And before
You
we
know?
move on, because I was about to move on, but then you said old, and old used to bother me so bad.
Used to? I'm with it though. Like,
this-
I'd rather get old than die.
Oh, they be like that old ass nigga.
You
You ain't.
know?
I'm like, ooh.
No.
What?
Let me be grown.
I'm appreciative when they call me
No, I'm not unk. Old ass nigga.
Oh, no.
In a negative, derogatory clap at me. Old ass nigga, what you doing commenting here? What you doing here in the shade room?
Unk and old ass
It's
nigga
course.
kind of the same.
No, unk is different. Unk is reverence.
Unk is respectful.
Old ass niggas, get your old ass out the
When
shade
the
room.
nigga's 3 years younger than you, and he like, what up, Unk? You're like,
That's fine.
Calm down.
That's
We're in the
fine.
same age range. We're in the same range. Calm down.
Like, why you taking a
appreciate
picture like that, you old ass nigga? Like, well, hey.
Calm.
Make me fuck you up.
These is
Okay.
rich nigga clothes.
Rich, these is rich. I'm a rich old nigga though. Rich old. All right. All right. Estelle.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
We like to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
We like to go all the way back
To the UK.
Yes.
to the UK. We like to know when first time someone saw it, or first time you felt it. I got something.
Discovered that gift.
Oh, when I
Yeah.
was like, all right, when I was like 9 or something at church, and I sang this song called "Make Way for Love." I think like it was a cover of a choir song, some gospel choir, and I didn't think I was good because my friend Yannette had the better voice, the gospel voice, right? And I was like, they were like, yeah, you're gonna sing it. And I was like, I practiced so hard. And Sunday morning I went and I sang it, and everyone stood up and clapped and was like, yeah. And I was like, me?
Yeah.
And and then built it from there. I realized that I was in choir, so I learned I'm a natural alto, and I'm really good at it. And then I started learning how to sing all the different ranges and all the different things, and it was just from there. And then I realized that like no one could really sing as deep as I could sing at the time, for like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, and like I learned all the ranges, and I would start arranging with my cousins and my nieces and my cousins and my sisters. It's 9 of us.
It's 9 of
There's
you.
9 of us total. At the time, it's 3 girls in the group, and then my cousin and then my little friend from down the street. And we was in the group. We thought we were Blackstreet and Jodeci
What was
and
9 of y'all in the
SWV.
group?
No.
I'm about to say it's 9 of y'all in your family.
Nine-
I'm about to say
nine
y'all got a
brothers and
9
sisters.
piece
9
in the
kids.
group.
9 kids.
So,
Yeah.
so where do you fit in the 9?
I'm the oldest girl.
You're the oldest girl.
Yeah, second oldest.
Second oldest.
Yeah.
So it starts off with just you and your big brother.
No, it starts off with me and my 2 younger sisters, and then my cousin.
No, I'm saying as far as I'm
Oh,
talking
in
about
the
in the
family?
family. So it starts off with your big brother, then you.
Yeah, big brother, then me, and then right behind me was my 2 little sisters.
Okay.
And so it was like 1 year me.
How many years apart?
2 years apart, 1 year apart. 2 years apart between me and my brother.
I was cracking in your house.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
my
great.
mom is a G.
It's cracking.
I do not aspire. She's just amazing.
You gotta give Dad some love too.
Like,
man.
yeah, for sure. I'll get to that story. Hold on, I'll get to that story. I'll get to him. My dad is incredible too. They inspire me in a whole different way. Their story, that's what I wrote Lovers Rock about. But at the time, she was married to my stepdad for much of my childhood, and that's when we were in church. They break up when I was 19, and they get back together when I was 23. My mom and my real dad get back together when I was 23.
Wow.
And then
Let's
they
run
get
this
married
thing
10 years
back.
later.
Come on, man.
That's what I said. They
Let's
have
run it back.
stories. They
You've
did.
been-
It's fun to block.
You've been missing me, and I've been missing you.
Oh, my
What else?
God.
We got all these seeds. What we gonna do?
You see that? Mom, Dad, Dina, Mike, you see the serenade? Oh my goodness! But no, their story was they met, had me and my 2 sisters, split up when I was 3, got back together when I was 23, and got married when I was 33.
Wow.
So it's been a
ride.
It's been a ride.
Yeah.
It's been a time. But we were all it was always church, it was always reggae music, it was always soul, it was always African, it was always all the things.
Which is y'all just mixing it.
Yeah. Like
Church, reggae,
gospel, pop,
soul,
rock,
R&B,
so all of it.
So so in the UK, is that a thing though for black families there? Mm-hmm. Where it's just like we mixing all of it.
Yeah, like you're in the house and you're playing all the gospel, all the soul, all the reggae, all the dance or whatever, and then you go to school and it's like Spandau Ballet and like Yaz and like whatever pop group, Spice Girls, whoever, and then you go to church and it's Karen Clark and it's Donald Lawrence and all of them. And
you didn't say Donald Lawrence.
Oh, my favorite, like like oh gosh, I got to interview him and I was just like,
that's dope.
and then so like all of that just mixes up. It's just whatever was good stuck.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So, yeah,
I mean, because I find like the traditional roots still exist in the UK. You know what I mean? Especially for R&B music.
Yeah.
Soul R&B music.
Yeah.
It would be like, you hear the story and I guess the idea is that R&B artists will get like extradited or they would go on tour and be famous in Europe and the UK.
Yeah.
And so our appreciation for them was different because we saw them far more often and in more celebrated ways back in the day than they were celebrated in the US, right? So, for instance, when I know that when he first came out, someone like Musiq Soulchild would be in the UK regularly.
Yeah.
And it was the same for hip hop groups, and it was the same for like just R&B legends.
Right.
Like they tour consistently in the UK.
Yeah.
All the festivals, all the soul beaches, whatever's. It's made up of legendary American artists. So we saw them like when I was 12, like not 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I was like Gladys Knight and seeing real music regular day.
I used to be jealous about that because all of from Genuine, my first overseas tour was with him in 98.
Yep.
And I used to see Joe going over there like crazy. Of course, you said Musiq Soulchild, Carl Thomas, all these guys going over there. And I'd be like,
I just want to go. I want to go do that.
And I never got an opportunity to really build a touring base, overseas.
But you're good now, though.
But I mean, I do well now, but I'm still like take Joe for instance.
Yes.
Like most times when I go, I'm on his ticket. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe over there is.
But he had the opportunity.
Of course, he really got dug in.
Yeah.
So Joe is Joe over there. You know what I'm saying?
From like.
It's not a game.
90.
Yeah. Joe from Jagged Edge, like John B, like those guys are guys over there. You know what I'm saying? I remember TGT went over there.
Yeah.
And we had been doing our thing over here in the States. And, the screams are great in the States. It's exciting.
Yeah.
But we walked out on that Hammersmith Apollo stage.
Different. It's different. Your soul was like, thank you.
Listen, it was so different that before we were walking out on stage, me and Genuine had damn near cussed out Tyrese and had went upstairs and made our own dressing room in another room. Left him downstairs.
Oh,
right?
wow.
I was like, we were almost about to fight.
Oh, wow.
And we come downstairs. They playing the intro music. We all about to go on stage. Yeah. Tyrese is standing right there. Me and Genuine is standing over here like this. He's standing. I swear to God, boy, look, we on tour. I do something to him. No, I do something to him too.
I have a Tyrese question. All right, sorry to cut you.
Okay, no. Okay.
Was this like coming off? This was coming off of the black tie era, right?
Yes.
So was it just like, could it have been remnants of the black tie energy?
No, it's just Tyrese.
Okay.
So
he said, no, this is him.
That's my brother. I love him. It's just Tyrese.
Okay.
It's no remnants of nothing. It's just remnants of Tyrese.
Gotcha. All right. Continue. Sorry. Go ahead.
So we are literally about to walk on stage, divided, not even talking to each other.
Wow.
Like on some like beef, real beef.
Yeah.
And we start walking out on that stage, and the building starts to shake. And we just all look at each other like,
Man.
I love you, dog.
You had like a 5 heartbeats
We had
moment.
a fire. It's like, I love you, dog. You all right with me, man? And it's that moment, for me in London that always gives me hope for, of course, our group. but just R&B period, because I know there's a place like
Yeah, I
one of
appreciate
Paris.
it.
I know there are places
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
really love this R&B music.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. It's unexplainable. It's unexplainable, and I love seeing it every single time I see like an artist go over and they're like, "Look at this, Hampton Apollo, Brixton Academy, whatever." And I'm just like, "Yeah, we love it. Like
Yeah.
this is it." And so there's a certain amount of truth that you're forced to do if you're coming up as an R&B artist in the UK. There's no version of this that we're gonna allow you to kind of shimmy shake your way into it and just kind of be okay. Like they're gonna drill you down. Let me hear you sing a cappella over and over again. Let me hear what you said in them lyrics. Let me see what you look like consistently, and are you real, and do we know your family, and how far back into the islands people just want to know everything.
So this is your journey,
Yeah.
your musical journey, having to prove and show up and show out.
Yes, consistently. So it's not a thought in my head to pop out and have to do something, you know, like I'm convicted. I know what I'm walking with and I'm good. So when I do pull up, I pull up.
So what was your breakout performance as a youngster? Was it within the group or you as a solo act?
It was all right. It was within a crew. So I featured on a record called Trickster.
Trickster.
Yes, at the time I was singing and rapping, but I was doing
you
a
doing
record. I hate to say this. I want to rephrase this. I was singing and rapping with
Say it again.
people.
No, say it again for the people who don't believe that you can sing
and rap.
I believe
Lauren
that
Hill
people-
exists. I just, you know.
You
this
can
is-
sing and rap.
Oh,
He can't.
Wow.
you know what?
MC Hurricane can do anything he wants to do.
MC Hurricane would still be on 39th and Center.
Wow,
In
you can go back to the
Milwaukee.
street. Just,
I know the block you from.
that's where you taking it?
MC Hurricane would still be there.
MC Hurricane was on fire.
If he doesn't become Tank, the singer.
What happened?
MC Hurricane was rapping and singing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what?
Like really about that life.
Oh.
Having battle raps against gangsters in the streets and
What?
winning.
Where was this?
It's Milwaukee.
Yeah, okay.
And then I was still battle rapping when I got to Maryland. Only time I stopped
When
is
that boy kicked your ass in that classroom.
yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's happening?
It's about Estelle though. But
What is happening right now?
you were singing and rapping
This is
because
it.
you were good at both.
MC Hurricane. Okay, yeah. So
Wow, is that where we're going?
no, I didn't. I was just. It's
You just tapping in?
There was Hurricane G. Just passed away. I was just thinking of
Now
all
you
the
gonna run down the
hurricanes. It's just the hurricanes. Yeah, it's
The movie, the boxing, the hurricane.
It's a hurricane. What was it? Tropical storms. You know, I was singing. Sorry.
Trickster.
Yes. It was really good. I had a good time. No, dresses, gowns. No, I was with a crew, Black Twang, and he's an artist in the UK, and he had me come and rap on one of his records. This is the short version, and I think at the time, in the era, it was Miss Dynamite who was out, and I was doing my thing on the underground. I wasn't, you know, everyone knew me, but hadn't had a record out. And I kept going to the labels and kept having records, and I kept like self-produced, I self-distributed, did all
Purely
the things.
rapping though.
Well, no, singing and
Oh,
rapping.
singing and rapping.
But
And what
he
was your
asked
name
me-
then?
Estelle.
Oh, you going by Estelle. too.
Estelle
Okay.
with an apostrophe in the middle. Estelle. I don't know. That's nonsense. But here we are.
Yeah.
And so he put me on it. It was like, yo, just rap. And so I rapped on it, and people started knowing me around the UK and Europe as this girl. And I took every opportunity to go on the road with him. But that was the moment when people were like, oh. And then it was me. I didn't look like, I wasn't trying to be. I wasn't putting myself in any other lane that they
Yeah.
thought I should look like, be like, feel like. I was just like, this is me. I'm going to rap like how I rap. And people were like, yo, this girl.
They
This
was
girl.
rocking with you.
They was feeling it. So, and from there on, it just kind of was like doors were open. But we were working at the same time. You know, every time he was like, come to Europe, come to wherever, come do this show in Germany, come do this tour in Spain, come do this stuff. I was doing that. I would move out. I would go do it. And then I would also be producing my own records. I would also be like doing my own records, like
Oh, you
trying to
was working.
Yeah, I was all of the things independently. Read the books, figured out I needed a distributor. Got a distributor. Recorded demos that sounded ridiculously terrible. Put them on this mixtape. Put them out. Like moved, you know. And
And how old are you at this point?
I'm like, at this point, I'm like 20, but 21, 20. But I've been doing it since I was 17.
Yeah.
Producing your own stuff.
Yeah, just going
writing
to
and
it.
producing your
Yeah,
own and
getting
just
it done.
trying to find a way.
Yes, figuring it out. In my mom's garage.
So was there ever a time where you thought about going to school? Or were you
I
just
did.
like, I'm done with this
No,
with
I
high
did.
school and I'm out?
I did. So our high school is college. So
Yeah, okay.
16
Yeah,
to
yeah.
18. So I went to college for journalism. So the whole time, at the same time, I'm like working a day job, like several day jobs. So I had worked at Marks and Spencer's grocery store, and then I worked at a company called Darker Than Blue, which was a early in the game website about black music. So OK Player or you know.
Out
early.
here we call it blue black. Yeah. So dark and
Okay,
blue. Okay.
dark and
yeah,
blue,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was named after the Curtis Mayfield song "We the People That Are Dark and Blue." Shout out to Glenn.
Yeah,
Allen.
yeah.
And he, they had me hired as the gigs editor. I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to just figure out how to be in music, how to be in this thing that I love so much. And my friend Fusion was like, "Do you know how to write reviews?" I was like, "Well, I've written all these stories." I was a hugely creative kid. I had this folder full of stories. And he was like, "Come on, work for me." I was like, "Okay, cool." It was a gigs editor, so I would go to gigs and review them, and I'd also be on stage at the gigs.
That's great.
So did
So,
they
right,
know
it's
you
like,
were
thank you,
reviewing
God.
them though?
Yeah.
Like the other artists?
Yeah, like they knew
yo,
I
you
was
better
there for
write
Darker
some
Than
shit
Blue.
Five
about
stars. I
me.
need 5 stars.
But then it was also like parties too. So I built up a beautiful network of knowing all the parties, all the promoters, and all the things. So it was a lot of love and groundswell when my first album came out because people really knew me.
Right.
You know, I was outside.
They were happy for you.
They were very happy, and I still like that's the foundation of my career to a degree. You know, it was a lot of real love. You know, people saw me really working.
Yeah.
Like going out, do the day job, go to the gig, go to sleep at like 5 a.m, wake up at 9 a.m, go back to work, do
Yeah.
it again every day.
Oh, I love it. I
It
love
just
it.
feels like the UK is a very territorial kind of place. Like if you have the back, they'll give you their backing and their blessing. Like they
Yeah.
want to own.
They want
and
to
say,
own
this
you.
is
Yeah.
this us. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
like how Cali is, or how New York
Right,
is,
right,
or
right.
how Atlanta is. Like
100%.
it's this
Yeah.
very thing where it's like
It's very much, this is ours. Like I have people in my DMs and mentions all now, like, when you coming home? And I'm like, "Wait, I don't even know you. Like, what's home? What are you talking?
Yeah.
Like, what are you never met me. What are you saying?
Y'all from
Like,
the
Skinny,
same-
I
y'all
miss
from
you,
the
man.
same
you know,
place,
I'm
though.
just like,
I miss you, skinny man.
I start looking in their pages like, who is this again? Maybe I know
Yeah.
him. Like,
Maybe I know.
you was two
Yeah.
when I was moving around. What are you saying? But I appreciate it.
So
I
what
get it.
was the breakout moment, do you feel?
In the world or just from there? Like,
I mean, it starts there, but then I mean, I guess it'll translate to the world.
well,
You can do it in
the
whatever.
breakout moment for the world is, there was Trickster, the world American boy had to be,
Yeah.
right?
And so, how do we get?
How
How,
do we
does
get to
that
American
flight? What is that flight like?
Well, I'm
why
writing
are
a
we
book about this.
and why are we
I'm writing a
taking
book.
this flight from the UK
Oh,
to?
so Trickster happens. I'm building, I'm moving. I go to a label, they say no. Eventually end up signing to the same label via production company. It's always it just becomes this repeating story of like, hey, I'm really good. Nah, somebody else brings me in. Oh, she's good.
Yeah.
Right?
You needed
So-
a cosign.
Yeah.
You needed a cosign.
Got that, understood it. Didn't quite get it the second
Yeah.
time it happened.
And this is all in the UK still, though.
This is in the UK. I asked to be let go from the label because when we top 20'd everything's going great. 1980 is the record I have comes out and they don't believe it's going to do so well, but it does better than expected. We recoup, we're good, right? Second album comes around and I'm like, John Legend wants to help me work on this album, exec produce it.
So do you meet him somewhere in this time?
So in this period of time, before I even sign this deal and get out there, I'm still working on my mixtapes, doing stuff independently. I'm just convicted. I'm like, I need to meet this guy, John Legend. I heard all his records on this Kanye mixtape. I need to meet him. And that's when I go to LA. Well, I pray, God, I need $2,000 to get to LA.
Yeah.
I get a call like within 24, 48 hours saying, yo, go on tour with this girl, Jamelia, and do Rod Digger's parts on this guest record that she has with Rod Digger. Cool. How much they paying? £2,000. Right, cool. So
There it is.
£2,000.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Wow.
God. Good.
Yeah,
Gonna go.
yeah.
And this is when I'm like, nobody can tell me nothing about God. Okay.
yeah.
So I go on this tour, get this £2,000, go to America, and I'm in LA and I'm working on more demos, and I walk down the street. I'm playing this mixtape in the hotel room to the point my friend that come with me, just rolling with me, is like, girl, and I'm just like, nah, I feel something with this. I feel it. Walk down the street to Roscoe's and Kanye's in there. I don't see John at all. I just asked Kanye for John. Like, yo, you're great. You know some of the same people I know. Listen. Can you introduce me to John? Yeah, I was like, no, because I need to meet John. I have this song. I'm prepared. I have it on my DAT tape, right?
Yeah.
Was it CD, the small CDs? Whatever?
Yeah.
It's like 2002, 2003. We go to the studio and meet John.
He just takes you immediately.
No, we like this evening. He's like, come to the studio later, and I was like, okay.
But you had never met this man in your life.
No.
And you're like, but we know a couple of the same people.
Yeah, and then we just start talking. Like, this is God. He don't play about me, so don't play with me.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. So we're talking. Like, he's like, come to me. I was like, cool. I don't really think he's gonna.
Right.
I'm thinking this guy
gonna brush you off.
Like, yeah, he's not. It's probably a wrong number. He's like, yeah, come to Record Plant. So we go to Record Plant. And I'm there freezing, thinking it's LA. I didn't bring no cold weather clothes, so it's cold by the time I get to the studio. And I just want to go home. I don't like cold weather. And John's in the studio, met John, said, hey, here's the song. Listen to it in your own time because I don't even know if it's up to snuff right now and I'm all nervous. He's like, cool. Couple days later, he calls and he says, yeah, Kanye likes it, says I can do it, so let me just do it. And then me and John get really cool. Like, he's like, yo, like, you're ballsy. Like, you got guts. And I'm just like, what else? Like, I'm supposed to be scared? That gene doesn't exist. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm just like, thank you, cool, do the record. He comes to London, we build up a rapport, and he sees me really working. He sees me like putting my money where my mouth is. And he says, come on the road with me. So every time he comes on the road or goes on the road in the UK, we're promoting my album, which has since come out. He's done the record, it's come out. His album's gold and he's winning all the Grammys and doing his thing and he's touring, but he's taking me with him.
Wow.
And everybody's like, what the fuck?
Like, who is this?
How come?
Like, yeah.
So when I go to the label at the end of this and everything's a success on our end and he's gold and they're like, who's John Legend? And I just want to punch a wall.
What?
Because I was like, he's going to exec produce this album for me, which becomes Shine and has American Boy in it. And they're like, who's he? And I was just like, let me go. Can you drop me? Please drop me. This is nonsense. I was genuinely like, nah, let me go, please. Please let me go. It took them 3 years.
Ooh.
Wait, to let you go. So from that moment that you go talk to them, it takes 3 years.
It takes 3 years. So if the album comes out in 2004, I want to be let go by the end of 2004 because I'm already onto the next album in my head. I'm recording. You record an album and you put it out the year after, so I'm already into the next album in my head. End of 2004, I'm like, let me go. We've done well. The album came out. We did what we needed to do here. You don't even know who's on the album. This is nonsense.
They said, who's John Legend?
It's a lot going on at the label that I didn't see or my peripherals weren't really paying attention to. It doesn't matter.
But that was your opportunity, though. It got you to where you needed to go at that moment.
The journey, right? And so he says to me, I tell him, because he's already agreed before I ask the label, I'll produce it with you. Let's get it done. Like, I believe in you. Think you're great. Cool, thank you. Go to them like, John's going to produce this. Who's John Legend? Let me go. So 2004, 5, 6, 7. It took them to 2007 to for real sign off. Atlantic are in. I'm signed to John Legend's label. The Atlantic are just like, what are this label doing? What the heck? To the point where they were just like, we'll buy you out. We're good. Just it's $20,000. We'll get it done, right?
Yeah.
And they buy me out the deal, and I was like, cool. And then I come to the US. I've already been back and forth so much. I'm already pretty much in my deal, and I'm moving and start from scratch because no one here knows me.
Yeah.
It was like, woo, that, babe. That was weird because, I'm already me in London.
You already got a vibe going.
I'm Christian Louboutin before they knew what Louboutin was. I got my money.
They know
I'm
you
good.
at the door. Look out.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then I come here and I'm like, whoa, baby. If John ain't here,
It's gonna be
this
200
is
person.
This gonna be just you, sis. Just you.
Okay, 200.
That's John's on the way.
John's John's coming. So I'll be. That's how it was. I used to wait for Jamie to get to the club. But Jamie's on the way, so he told me to check out the section. I'll wait. Okay, I'll wait.
I love that. I'll wait. Like whole soul.
The same security that used to work for me too. Wow. So, but anyway, another story. Keep going.
Look at that. The karma, the journey.
Yeah. So you're brand new in the U.S.
I'm brand new, but again, I've been moving around with John to a degree and building my own relationships, and so time American Boy comes around, we record that maybe the first few months of being fully for real signed. I'm in Miami, having a good time.
Come on, Miami.
Come on now.
Come on, Miami. She start touching her
Hey,
hair.
she start remembering. She start misbehaving on accident. Yeah.
She's acted out. No, it was beautiful. Like Miami's Miami's separate from Florida. Just this is my personal perception of Miami. Separate from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a good time, and we were out there recording with John, and I had the chance to go on with will.i.am. And I'm just all hyped, like, I ain't worried, that's gonna be good. I don't even care, we're just gonna have fun. My cousin kept sending me CDs, and I was like, I was bubbling. I was listening to all the house, all the soul, all the garage from home. And there's this guy, Super D, who's a mixtape DJ.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Super D, okay.
Yeah.
So, Super D mixtapes, and I'm out here like, hey, Super Body. And I'm out here bubbling. Like, this is my...
And you're in Miami.
In Miami
too, though. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's similar in the energy.
Times.
I'm having a good time in Miami. And we go in the studio. John's like, what you want to write about? I was like, well, he's like, what you been doing? I was like, psh, I've been out here. Outside. Outside. Yeah. Let's write about these boys. And he's like, well, let's write about the boys then. And I was like, I mean, to be fair, outside. I wasn't doing too much. I was just having a good time.
Yeah. Everybody's version of outside is
different, right?
Some people's is in capital letters.
Okay, mine was all small. No, it was. There's a couple capitals,
and some
but
people like outside. Yeah, so it's two outside.
It
was all lower caps for me.
And you was one outside.
Maybe an O.
It was one outside.
Capital
O.
O.
Outside enough to write about it.
Yes.
I observed the outside.
I bet you did.
I don't know what he's talking about. No, it was just fun, and for me, it was just looking at different types of. It was Cuban boys and Spanish men, and I was just like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like it's not in the UK like that, and so it was fun. It was just a different energy. Mm-hmm. So when I'm thinking, everyone thinks about American boys, I'm just like, well, technically,
it's Cuban boys.
It's Cuban boys.
It's Cuban boys.
I don't think.
I didn't know the difference.
Really
what's that spot, Lulu?
He said, "Don't blow it up. Don't blow it up." That's it.
It's cool. It's
cool. That's it. I have a cup from there. They have the little white cups, the little juice cups.
Look at you going right back to the place. Okay. Right back to the place.
Yeah.
Hold up. So we were just having a good time. A couple of my homies were out there. It was just a fun time, and that was it. We wrote about it. Didn't think about it. It's a couple hours in the studio.
Who produced that?
will.i.am. Him and his people.
Wow.
And they had that beat sitting, and they didn't really think it was going to do much. I remember him saying, I don't think it's the hit. I said, well, if it's not, we're going to Ibiza, and it's going to be a white label.
Say that again?
Ibiza.
That's how you say it?
Yeah.
Ibiza? Okay.
That's how you say it.
That's how I say it. I thought it was
Ibiza.
I heard you say it another way.
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Yeah. Because when you went, you told me
I said Ibiza.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. That's what I heard.
Ibiza.
I'm back. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, don't hate Ibiza.
Is it Darrell Elver now?
He's out of his mind.
The hurricane's back.
Oh, the hurricane. Drink some tea.
So you like, I'm going there anyway, so it's whatever.
It's fine. Like, it'll be whatever. And that's literally, I just was like, look, people, I love it. I'm dancing to it. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And the label got it and they started playing it to everyone, and it was like, I played this to my little nephew, and I played it to my kids, and I played it to, and everybody was just like,
dancing.
It was that vibe. To me, it's the bass line on that record. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Shit jamming.
It's happy though,
Exactly.
but it's kind of aggressive, but it's happy though.
It's kind of aggressive.
Because it's ba ba da 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 ba ba da.
Well, that was on purpose.
Da, ba, da, da,
That was on purpose.
da, ba, 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 da, ba, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's on purpose.
The frequencies are really, really
Yeah.
like.
Happy.
So what were you going for?
Happy.
You were going for that. You were going for this. I'm making a happy record.
I was like this. I just feel like I'm dancing right now. This makes me feel of joyful times at home. Feel like joyful times in London. And I was channeling this girl, this lady from Heidi High. I think her name was Sue Pollard. She was the ditziest, happiest person there ever was. When we were singing it, I went to Ella Fitzgerald in my head. She's one of my favorite jazz musicians. She's the Bible for me.
Dope.
And I was like, if Ella was singing this, where would she go? I kept going all these deep notes and like, ah. And John was just like, like, so me and him sat there and taught music, because at this point, me and him are like, what's the word, musical partners.
Really
like
building,
we could just go back
yeah.
and forth about things. And he was like, like how back in, I'd be singing something, he'd be like, like how back in the day when da 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 da, go for that. I'd be like, cool, and
And you
go for
translate
it.
immediately.
Immediately, it's easy with him. And so he was like, like how Diana Ross and the Supremes, where they were like, take the bass out your voice kind of thing and just sing light. Go for that. And I was like, Sue Pollard, just happy. Just happy. Just
Ooh, when you sing it and do that right there,
Yeah.
you feel
that
it?
makes so much sense.
Perfect sense.
So, and to me, I smiled all the way through it, and I was like, people are gonna, it's energy. People, when you're really channeling what you're singing, people feel it. And to me, that's just the consistent response to that record. People just get happy when they hear it. It's the spirit. It's not, So that was that. And I left it. Didn't take too long on it. Didn't overthink it. Just sang it. Left
How
it.
long did it take to come out before you? Or after you recorded it?
Full year.
You said a year.
A full year. I say a full year because the days were. It was just
counting.
like, oh my God,
Because you knew you had one.
Oh God,
You knew you had one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
No,
also
it's feeling you get when you got a record.
yeah,
And you ready too. You like,
man. At this point, I'm like, there are some beautiful, heartfelt records on this album. I just want to have fun though,
Yeah.
And this one makes me happy. And also makes Atlantic really happy.
yeah.
So let's just go. Took Kanye a good 8 months to get to it.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that happens. But he did it. But with or without, the record is just joy.
Yes.
You know, and I'm happy. So that was the worldwide breakout. It did exactly what we wanted and what I wanted for it to do. I wanted people to feel joy.
Well, it's like the record is like, it's like, okay, you come to the U.S. and you want to break in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? But it was an international record that didn't just break you in the U.S., it broke you in the entire world.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
I'm grateful.
God ain't playing about
Because
you.
Ain't about me,
I
don't
was
play
going to
with me.
ask,
Yeah.
since you come over, right? You come over from the UK. Do they take you through the same circuit? Do you do the Chitlin circuit, as they call it?
Well,
especially with a record like American Boy. Like,
Yeah.
are you hitting
Chattanooga,
the back
Tennessee?
rows?
Well-
Are you hitting Chattanooga?
to be fair, and this is the part that flummoxed me. I was
What does it do?
flummoxed.
Yeah.
Confuses like
Oh, we
throws me
here.
through a
Oh,
loop.
we here. Let's go.
That flummoxed me. It threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
I was very like, I'm black,
Yes.
right? Mm-hmm. And I would be like, I want to go do the what's that show that used to be on MTV where they used to be at the beach show. I'm talking about
Spring break?
Spring break.
Yeah.
I wanted to go do spring break. I wanted to go do all these different things that I grew up watching.
When we come to Spring Bling. Huh?
Spring-
BT Spring Bling.
I wanted to do spring bling. Okay, I wanted to be out there like, because to me it was just like it was still a vibe. And it was like I was categorically told you don't do that. So it was just out halfway through the process. I was just like, what? But everybody else I know that I respect and love is up there.
Right.
Well, I don't. So I would just, on my personal, I would find myself in places.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm the one.
I would find myself.
Find myself.
Take
Yeah.
me to the hood.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Give me a
Queens.
Yes, Queens.
Where can one look for a woman suitable for a king? Queens.
Precisely.
That's literally what you was on.
I would, but also my friends. Like I find the peoples love me. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
Like anywhere. What Jay-Z said, I'm gonna am okay.
I'm okay.
Thank you God. But I would find myself in the bashment clubs. I would find myself in wherever, and because that's where I grew up. This is me in London.
Yeah.
Well, it's nothing different.
But the label is not promoting you that way.
They're not promoting me that way at all. So to move along a bit, I think I went back through that with Thank You with the next album, and I'm grateful I did. You know, because to me it was just like, oh, this feels like home.
Feels like home.
This
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is what I was missing the whole time, and they love American Boy too. Like black folk love American Boy too. It's varying degrees of love. Some of them love
for
Thank You
sure.
more than they love
Yeah,
American
yeah.
Boy, but at the end of the day,
It's a different route.
yeah.
A really good one though, because it's like.
It's still difficult though, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't think
It's
there's
tough
no
to not
easy
see
way.
yourself. Though,
Yeah, it's no easy
when you
way.
look out in the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a tough space
Yeah.
too, though.
Mm-hmm. But you also
Yeah.
you also get to come to the spaces that are familiar with are familiar to you,
Yeah,
but with people who are familiar with you.
exactly,
So you're not super brand new
exactly.
in this tougher space.
Yeah,
Well,
You
no,
know,
because
which-
it's tough. The space is
The
tough.
space is tough.
Yeah, the chilling circle is tough.
Shutting circuit's tough, but it's cool that you're not you didn't have to walk in there cold.
I was grateful for that.
Yeah.
There was a certain amount of familiarity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But speaking to the other side of it, it wasn't that I didn't see myself there, because again, I'm from London where we were raised to a degree to code switch. You know, there's a certain like that's if I'm in my house and I'm wearing my cloth and my mom has a lapper tied around her lap at any given time, and then I walk outside and I'm thinking, oh, I could wear a lapper out. I can't wear a lapper outside. I can't wear, I can't. It's not as cool as it is now to be African, Ghanaian, Nigerian in the UK. It wasn't that cool back then to just be yourself outside.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you code switch, and that's everybody across the world. I feel like in our age range, right? So that's just like a skill that you learn. You move differently in different spaces. Not that I was completely like, oh, hello, when I was amongst the whites in American Boyland or nothing. But it was just like, you learn to adapt
Yeah.
Yeah.
different spaces. But it was just different degrees of myself. Different types, different versions of myself, I want to say. I saw when I was smoothly promoting American Boy and wasn't really getting to go to the clubs or the black clubs or the, just where I felt comfortable.
So what do you think? What do you think contributed to that? Was it the style of the record and the fact that you were from the UK, or was it because Kanye was on it and connected to John Legend? Like,
No, I think they made it more black. I think them being
no, for
involved
sure,
made
but they
it
were,
super
but they were
black.
also
They were
pop
internationals.
Stars. They were
Yeah.
international
Yeah.
superstars.
But I don't know that I even recognized it more than I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to, let me think about
Because the
that.
tempo of the record it's an international record.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
In my head, I'm not thinking international because me and my friends dance to it.
Yeah,
me and my
he's like,
friends,
this shit jamming.
this is house music. This is house music down the line. This is I
But
love
in
days
America,
like in America.
house music is international
International
music.
music.
But it's
and
in,
white people music
but it's
to a
also
certain
in
degree. That's
Chicago.
how we look at
But
it.
it's also in Chicago. It's
Yes,
also
but
in
But you got it
DC.
limited though. Like you can count out the places where it is: Chicago,
Yeah.
Baltimore, some spaces in New York.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Understand. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not as promoted
Right.
in the hood. Like especially I'm from the Bay Area. I'm a California kid.
Yeah.
We didn't grow up on house
I understand.
at all. Like house music to us is white people music.
But this
It's
is
like
why-
that's Vegas to us,
Right, and
That's
we were
Vegas
and
to us.
we were all immersed in it. We were all in it. Like
and that's why
growing
I
up,
asked you earlier
all in
about
it.
all the other music that
Yeah.
you came up in.
Yeah.
That's amazing to be able to grow
Yeah.
up with all of those different things because
standards.
we're very segregated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in music in America, like
Yeah.
extremely segregated. The only thing they mix in America is R&B and hip hop
Yeah.
Which is
to
nuts.
to downgrade us,
Right.
so that we have to compete against each other,
Which is
Yes.
nuts.
which is insane.
Nuts.
And we
It's
don't-
like-
and we
But
don't
it's
have a
smart
bunch
for
of-
them because
yeah.
it makes their music bigger than ours.
right.
And we don't have a
Makes
bunch
some
of
money.
countries surrounding us to
That we can
influence.
tap into, right? We don't go like we don't go over to Mexico to promote that R&B song. Like you said, you went to
went to
Spain
Germany.
and
Spain.
Germany
Yeah.
and Greece and all these
Yeah.
other places that were still loving that same type of music.
Yeah.
I can't take this R&B record to Tijuana. Or even maybe and that's the closest because obviously
Yeah.
America is Mexico.
Right.
America and
Understand.
Mexico, same place. You know what I mean? Like, and now with the emergence of, where it starts with Cardinal Official and,
Yeah.
and those guys over there in Toronto, and now to Drake, where he's taking it.
Yeah. It's different.
Now it's like, okay, you're going to take your R&B music over there
Yeah.
and it's going to be
Yeah.
accepted the same, but we don't have anywhere else to go.
Right.
Not close.
That's
Not close.
I understand. That's something.
So it's like, this is what you are and this is where it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so just horrible. That's just not horrible. That's just it.
Well,
but,
it is.
But the plus side to it though has it concentrated the music so amazingly that this is the plus for me. It concentrated the music so beautifully that you guys are the ruling capital. You guys are the authority on this music, and there's nothing or nobody that can take R&B from America, from the U.S., from Black America, and say, "Oh, we made this," or this is our thing."
Right.
Everybody aspires to do it to the authenticity, not but the authenticity that you guys
Yeah.
bring to it.
Okay.
So it's
I'll take
pluses.
that.
It's some pluses.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
came and got to it.
Yeah.
That's true. I wasn't gonna come here and give you kind of sorta. I was like, let's make that baseline.
Right.
Let's make that. Let's not take the bass out of this music.
So here's the question. The Jay loves asking this question. What changes about you when you get
Here.
a hit record? What do you
A worldwide hit record.
What do you buy? As Jay would like to ask.
I always like to know what you buy. I like to know what you bought. Did you fuck it off?
Some of it.
Yeah, come on.
Some of it.
Come on. On what you fuck it off on?
Shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah,
You know what? I
shoes.
love shoes.
I'm a shoe girl.
Yeah.
When I was in my mid-20s, shoes and shoes and like paying for a lot of people.
Okay.
Family, friends.
You like to
yada,
take care
yada.
of people.
Yeah, I'm a natural nurturer.
Yeah.
Not because I'm a woman, but just my whole me. But yeah, there's a lot of taking care of a lot of things and people to my personal detriment. But also trying to be smart. Like no one really. I wasn't raised with a formal financial education. The education we're giving our kids now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to learn a lot of it on the road a couple times over. So, but good.
Did you
Like, God is
ever?
good.
Did you ever mismanage because you knew it was coming back?
Absolutely.
Meaning, like especially with the like you said, the road.
Absolutely.
Because you're a performing artist.
I
You're not like
yeah.
I just made an album.
No,
you
no,
get
no,
on
no.
this road, you go get to the bag.
I learned the business of touring. Jesus, like phew. If it's not easy, and it's not for people who just. I just want to sing. You have to really.
Yeah. It's not for the weak.
It's not. You have to really pay attention to what's what's vertical, what's going this way, how you make it on merch, all of that stuff. It's important. And again, we're not taught this as musicians. There's no development for an artist saying, okay, so you're gonna have somebody who's gonna mentor you and show you how to do the ropes. And I've toured with everyone,
have you
everybody.
toured with? Come on,
Oh
give me
God,
some bars.
toured with, been on the road, jumped out and done shows with.
Jumped out.
The Roots.
Come on, jump out. Jump out.
Over like a very long period of time. John Legend, done dates with Kanye, done shows and tours on my own. Just even in Europe, like even when I was just at home, like forever just jumping out doing shows. And just even at a micro level, if I'm jumping out doing a show, it costs money to put clothes on me, it costs money to get my hair and makeup done.
Talk about it.
And this is just me pulling up to
Yeah.
someone's show. So I learned, you ask for money for glam. Don't ever come out your pocket when you're not being paid to do a show for yourself. You know, if you're able, you ask. You know, if they're able, they'll give, but they're counting on you not to ask most times.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, little things like that I learned late in the day that I'm now able to be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna drink water and mind my business. You don't need me for that show.
You ain't got my glam.
It's
You know,
also
but then
so
there's
different for
also-
female artists.
Absolutely, but then there's also, you know, when you're able, you show up. You know, if you're able and it's supporting somebody else and someone you believe in, sometimes that doesn't, you know, calm down, relax, take that L, and go do the show. You know, I did one the other night. It's the same thing. I believe in you. I know where you're going. I'm gonna pop out. You know, so those, you know, it's as it goes. It makes sense, but you should have the common. I think that should be Artist 101: how to manage yourself as a touring artist, because
Yes.
no one teaches you. Nobody.
So not even from like being with John and being with Ye and
No, I had to learn that myself. Ooh, baby. To like really learn that myself. And it was fast and thick. You know, if American Boy is moving, I'm doing solo shows, I'm doing the promo from the label, and then they're like, come on the road over here, and I'm like, this isn't, the label are supporting me here. They're not gonna give me all of that for that. I don't personally have it. I'm definitely going into debt.
Right.
Oh God! But I have to do it in order for this to do what it needs to do in order for the long run.
Yeah.
I'll figure out when it comes. I'll spend it and it'll come.
Yeah.
Mismanaging, but God is good. You know.
And if you have records that have been as massive as that, you can perform it for the rest of your life.
For sure.
Somewhere.
So
Somewhere.
sometimes the risk works. Sometimes, and
Somewhere.
thank God, the risk worked out.
Yeah.
But at the time, the madness, you know, the utter madness. But like I said, I feel like that should be part of artist development, a whole category they have chopped from the industry. Financial management, you know.
It's interesting you say that because, you know, they also, like a lot of our friends are professional athletes, and they make them go through that, but they don't pay attention. No, it's literally like you can put someone in the class.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they're going to apply what what you taught them or what you tried to teach them. You know what I mean? And yes, should we all go through that in the financial literacy and should it be part of building artists? Because we need to go back to artist development.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that should be a part of it. But that doesn't mean they're going to listen to it.
If the information's there and you're in your journey, be on your journey. Just know that the information's there and it's given. It's like saying
if it's available.
It's available.
And I think for
Yeah.
like when we talked about this before, like at this point, it's just available if you look for it. It's not made available as an option in these places who should be offering it. They're making enough money to offer you ways to at least manage the little money they're giving you.
they make more money if you're not managing. So it's not in their interest to give you this as a clear piece of information. But I feel like just on some like good karma, it just like the world cannot continue like this. Just make it available and make it manageable for the artists. Like we there are some beautiful, incredible, brilliant artists who are beaten down because they're not able to support themselves after a certain period of time. They're not able to keep it going, and I think that's takes the wind out of their sails. And just what could be great is it's like I can't do it no more. You know, it's just like, but just push through those dry years.
Right.
You know, and they can't. They ain't doing it, and it's sad. It makes me sad. You know, so I would rather be happy.
Yes.
So
you come from American Girl and then
American Boy.
American.
Everyone makes that mistake.
No,
Don't worry
he
about
just
it.
wants it to be a song.
It's
You
okay.
gonna
It's
make
okay.
your own song.
That's okay.
Duet. And
That's
we'll
okay.
come back.
Okay.
We'll come
We're
back.
gonna do
and
this one day.
duet. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
we
We'll
should-
get this cracking.
American people.
And now you come back to the spaces to where you feel like this is where I wanted to hang.
Thank you. And
And how does that feel?
Conqueror. And I'm having a ball at this point. I'm just like, oh, I get to go to like, what was I was in Jacksonville eating wings after a walkthrough. Like, lemon pepper wings are the greatest.
Jacksonville.
Come on, I know.
And I'm having a ball. But like, it's the saddest song ever. It's like, I'm resisted singing this song, go through the breakup as a result of this song, and then have this song to lean on to sing to get through the breakup.
Say it again. Say the order again.
So I resist singing this song.
Yes.
Because it just reminds me of what I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Break up with dude.
You didn't. So after the song.
After the song's written, it's just like, okay,
now
here we
you
are.
actually go through it.
Now I'm actually breaking up with the guy.
Yes.
And then I have to get on the road and sing this song. Thank you.
And relive it.
And I have to relive it.
But.
Plus side is, I don't have to actually go therapy per se, because I get to sing this song on stage every night.
Yes.
And make money.
And live my best life.
Yeah.
And see the people. And I'm immediately on the road with it. That was the song that was like, you're going to do promo, but you're also going to sing every night. You're going to be up at 6 a.m. and you're going to have to sing till 10 p.m. every night when you're out doing this. And that's when I learned personal like awareness. Like, yeah, y'all not going to kill me. This is not going to be that. This is not going to be that. I have boundaries.
This is how we live.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think we were just in a space where we were just trying to take advantage of everything.
No. Say no.
And one day we was on the phone in the morning, as we always are, just regrouping for the day.
Yeah.
And he was just running down the list. And I was like, Jay.
It's too much.
No. He's like, well, Chief, we got it. I said, Jay, they not going to kill me. I'm finna go to this gym. That's when I was at Equinox. I'm going to get in this sting room.
Amen.
I'm going to sit with these old white men. Talk sports.
Yes.
And then I'll be back. And we'll call them then.
And that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we live.
And did things, and do you know it's like nothing, you don't lose nothing.
No, we gain.
We gain.
Okay.
We gain.
It's space.
We gain because we were moving completely in our purpose, but also with freedom.
Mm.
Our own form of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's freedom is different, just like everybody's outside is different. I'm like, we gonna bring it back to you when you're outside. No, but no, like it really was a form of freedom that he gave us.
Mm.
Because me as a manager and as a new young manager,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we got to get to it because I'm also fighting with. I'm coming from being an artist to now being a manager. These motherfuckers got to respect me.
Yeah.
So I got to put numbers on the board and I got to do the right things and I got to get back quick.
Yeah.
And I got, you know what I mean? I got before as soon as they text or as soon as they email, mine got to be right back.
The most
My
efficient.
reply got to be right back.
The
You know what I mean?
To represent the dopest.
Because I got to represent what we're doing and I want to present us in the right way, especially as black men
For sure.
and as a black manager.
It means something.
Because there's a lot of others that come into our business on the business side. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that they're not good. Mm-hmm. They have some good managers of all races.
Yeah.
But I am standing in front of black artists having black management.
Mm-hmm.
For me. You know what I mean? And that was something that was important. So I didn't want to look crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at times, I'm running through the wall flat out. And I appreciate my client telling me, we got it, Jeff.
It's okay.
We got it.
Yeah.
We gonna, hey, I'm gonna go to the steam room. You probably gonna go to the mall or something because I like to shop and shit. So you know what I mean?
Go on, take a break.
Go ahead.
Take a break.
And I remember the day him saying that to me, and then me getting back to the people who were on us and being like, so Tank is going to be here for a minute.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to y'all later on.
Yeah. Give us some space.
And it was kind of like, wait, what do you mean? I'm like, he ain't available right now.
Right. It's something to space. It's something to like
everything to space.
It's something to like.
And we still got the job done.
You still got the job done.
We still got the job done.
Yes.
And we got our minds, and we got some sense still,
Yeah.
and you know
and
what I mean.
you have some peace.
We didn't go
about
crazy.
It.
Yeah.
And you look young, and you look healthy, and everything. It's something
We
to
drinking that water in our business too.
We drinking that water out of our business.
Jesus, good
Out of a
name.
nice cup.
to some of the like it's something to it. Like, get out of the way. Stop filling up your time with busy.
Yes.
I'm just a big fan of like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna not do that this week.
Yes.
Or give me a minute, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
That was my gateway into everything. It's got so much of like, I had to survive, I had to get through this, I had to push through. I'm the only black girl from London doing this thing that I do,
Yeah,
and everyone's
yeah.
looking at me, and I don't look like what they think I should look like, and I'm just like, you know what? I am fine.
Yeah.
I am good. I look great. I'm not doing this no more. And it started with like, yo, I'll come back to you in 24 hours with this. And then it came back to, and it started being like, I'm just not doing that, you know? And I found the words, and I stood up for myself, and I started my boundaries, and I started to really just start. And when I did that, I had space and time to like figure out what I was running from, figure out why I kept trying to be so busy. And I had minutes to do it.
Yeah.
Had moments, because I was saying no to stuff, to sit down and be like, all right, you're not doing the thing that in this moment. All
Yeah.
right, what's going through your brain? What's going in your spirit? Are you tired? Do you want to take a nap?
Mm-hmm.
Still, you good, E? No, I'm exhausted.
Yes.
I've been running on caffeine for 4 weeks straight. I want to sleep. I'm going to sleep. And now I just like, all right, I'm taking a nap. Like,
that's
I'm
That's
good
it.
for a 1 hour bye.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
everyone leave me alone. That thing will go on D&D, or just I'll look at the text and I'll get back. You know, I feel no shame. I have no qualms
You
about it.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's your
Yeah,
world.
it really is.
Yeah.
And it leaves, when you leave space, you leave space for God. You leave space for spirit. You leave space for good things to come.
I take vacations.
Amen.
He called me vacation
Vacation.
Do it.
Babs.
Do it. Do it. Whatever that space means to you, that's what
He
what
just
should
took
be.
a vacation. I was very proud of him
Amen.
because he
My
don't
first
take
ever.
Good.
no vacations.
Like, really, like, it means, like,
It was okay.
if you're not, no, and
Nah,
it'll
I
get
enjoyed
better and
myself.
better,
I'm
and you'll
just-
get more.
I'm just fucking around. Like,
No,
I had a good time.
but it will get more and more, and you'll see the value as you do it.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of the one, it's not an overrated statement. If you
But
don't take care
I
of
always
one,
say that my life is a vacation because I literally live a vacation style life. I do what the fuck I
vacation
want.
style versus actual vacation.
Well, actual vacation isn't fun to me.
Okay.
And now I've done it, so I can say that. Right? Before it was just like, well, you ain't never went on one.
Right.
I've went. That was no other different than my life. Like my life, because we talk about it. And I've talked about it when we did Breakfast Club. Like, I come from some different shit. Very hard times. So to be able to wake up and do what I do, how I want to do it every single day,
That's something.
is a complete blessing
Yeah.
and a vacation lifestyle.
Right.
Like, I literally, like, if I want to, I can say, hey, today I'm going to Jamaica. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you know, if you wait and you do it 14 days in advance, no, fuck that. I'm going real jerk chicken now.
Right now.
And I can go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't call that a vacation though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, this is lifestyle.
Yeah. So maybe to me the word vacation isn't the thing. It's always just like just giving to your time, giving to
Yeah.
yourself and the time you
Yeah.
need when you need
Yeah.
it. You know.
And you do that
Yeah.
daily,
For sure.
right?
I love it. It's
I
a
don't
good
know, but
time.
just something about that Tulum smoke.
So it's the smell of mezcal.
Just the smell of
and
mezcal.
salt.
It just makes
a
me
good day.
feel like
I think I can drive to San Diego and get that.
no, you cannot.
I'm pretty sure.
It's different when it's the side of the side.
I'm talking to Z. I'm like, Z, we have to make our backyard like Tulum. Like, that's my new project now. I want a Tulum backyard.
Yeah, you
Like,
can have it.
when
You
come
should do
back here,
it.
I want you to smell those that smoke.
I am, and that's the thing I've discovered. I like refixing and redoing, and like I'm a build it. Well, I call myself Bobette the Builder.
Bobette the
Yeah.
Builder.
Yeah, I will refix something in a second. I'm like, let's go paint that wall, and
Yeah.
I'm that person now. So,
All right, so we got some other segments to get to right before
Yeah.
we do. You diversify. You move into other things.
Yeah, you
You know what I'm
did.
saying? Like, what's
yeah.
moving? Like,
Space.
talk to me about your progressions.
Apple Music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the blessing of like when
They
you
play
get
our
quiet,
podcast
right?
on Apple Music. You listen to the R&B Money Podcast
This
on
is
Apple
it.
Music.
I love it there. I love it. It's a good time. I had the idea a few years back to like 2016 to do a show, a podcast, and I was like, we should just go to Apple and ask them about it. At the time, they were switching over and doing some things. They didn't have the space for it. I was like, cool. If it was meant to be, it'll come back around. 2018, we went back to them off of Lovers Rock. One of our friends was like, I'm in the studio with this writer, with a couple writers, and they were like, you should have a show because you just know too much music. You know, have all the people that you know come on the show. And I was just like, I wasn't even thinking that I'd sent them an email. We'd send them an email. My team. We sent them an email about this years ago. It's like, let's send it again. You know, let's just send them an email. Knocks them. They got space for, and they came back and said, it's a great idea for a podcast. How about you come on and do a radio show
Radio.
and be with us 5 days a week and yada yada. And I was just like, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that. This would be fun. And then I start going, and we could have
The
Start
dreams
dreaming.
of grandeur.
Yes.
Pew!
Yeah.
And but they are a solid partner. They support a lot of the things we do, and they're like very much like whatever you do, we want to be a part of it. Whatever you think is
Oh, that's
great,
dope.
let's be, you know. And so it's myself and two other main co-hosts, Angus, Jaden Strombo, and we're the main on Apple Music Hits, which is contemporary or urban contemporary music. I get to do the R&B side of it. I get
Talk
to do
about
the
it.
soul side of it. I get to do the reggae side, whatever music I want side of it. And so I play a bunch of records I love to hear, and I know
Yeah.
people who I mess with want
Your
to hear.
personal playlist.
It
love that.
really is. And I interview all the heroes and greats, and you know, y'all have to at this point come on the show.
Yes, yes.
But it's very like people I like, people I love, musicians I've grown up with. We've interviewed Al Green and Eddie Levert and Jimmy Cliff, and you know, all down to JT from, you know, City Girls. Like I love what I love, and I
Yeah.
talk to who I love.
Yeah.
And again, this is the more I say it and the more I realize it is God is just like, do what you want. You're good. I gave
got
you
you.
all these
Yeah.
things. I gave
Yes.
you all these dreams.
Yeah.
Do them. And I'm
And now
I'm
you got
just
a day job
grateful.
too, though. Like it's
It's a day job, and I do music and or
Yeah.
Usher said it best, right? I was interviewing him.
Yeah, throw the floss out there. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, because
He's supposed to be there.
I was
He's supposed to be
okay.
there to
So
talk
for
to
the
you.
Estelle Show,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we fixed my posture. But for the Estelle Show, we interviewed him on his residency, and we were talking, and he said, "I'm doing this. It doesn't mean I can't do that. Doesn't mean even though I'm doing a residency, but I can still go on the road when I'm ready, and I can still go and make an album when I'm ready. This doesn't mean that I'm stuck here." And it just reinforced my thought process of like, you can do what you want. You really can do what you want, and we should all just do what we want. Like as artists, expand. You're here doing this.
Yeah.
You know this. I love this show. It's a TV show to me. It's a weekly watch.
Yeah, weekly.
You know, I watch the show. Like I'm catching up on the older episode. It's a necessary platform, and it's really the idea of do what you want. You know, do exactly what you want. Don't worry about it. If you're in alignment, it will be celebrated.
Yeah.
We lift it up.
Now we're in full support of what you're doing.
Yeah. Thank
What
you,
you're
man.
doing is amazing. That transition has been amazing, and you're so knowledgeable
Thank you.
about what we all
Well-spoken,
do and well
everything.
spoken. You know what I mean? Like
Thank
you
you,
got
man.
it.
Thank you.
You got it, so it just makes sense.
All the juice.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to be where you're at.
100%. I believe it. Thank you.
You know what I mean? And the music is, you know, you're Estelle. So
Thank you,
you know,
darling.
you know,
Thank you,
are
darling.
at the end of the day.
I can't wait. And more
At the end
music's
of the
coming.
day.
You know, we have records coming and features and yada yada. So again, under the do what I want.
Don't leave
Yeah.
me out.
You can do this and that.
Absolutely.
Don't leave me out
I got you.
when you're making new music.
Amen.
Estelle.
I love you. I got you.
I was in another key though.
Find your key. Warren Campbell would not be happy with you right now.
He said a big word. Look at his face, whole face. Like, what? Don't leave me out. That was it.
Let him stay lost. Don't help him.
Leave me out.
He'll find
that
his
wasn't
way.
it.
He'll find his way.
Don't leave me out. Leave me out. Don't leave me out.
Come on.
When you're making the new one.
This sounds like some 80s rock. Some 80s pop rock. Like.
No, I'm going for
No,
Here we go.
he's coming.
He's gonna do it.
Top 5.
Okay. I'm ready.
Your top 5.
My top 5.
Estelle's top 5.
Oh my word.
Your top 5.
Okay.
R&B artists.
Woo.
R&B songs.
Oh wow.
R&B everything
Yeah.
that you know,
Oh God.
that you know,
my cheeks.
that you know.
My cheeks
Top
hurt.
5. I don't wanna know top 5.
Why do I feel like I'm watching a
Church.
movie where like a Midwest teen white girl gets pregnant on
You
accident? this is like the
Keep your
music that
legs closed.
keep your legs.
Oh, what is happening?
Too young to juggle those.
Dear Lord.
Dear Lord,
Jesus.
Jesus,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah. Estelle's top 5.
I would like to know the breathe out on the 5.
Estelle, your
Oh, wow.
top 5
Oh my word.
R&B artists.
Oh, this is hard because
Male or female?
Male or female?
female,
Get
cause
on
it's gonna go into subgenres. Okay, can
Enjoy
I
yourself.
do
This
that?
is
All right.
yours.
You Estelle. Ain't nobody gonna
Right.
tell
Tell
you.
you nothing.
I'm right. Okay, so top because this is like pivotal part of my life, point in my life, first pivotal point in my life. Ella Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Yes.
I was 13 years old, sitting on the bus going
Yes.
with my little Walkman, like, how do you sound like this? Lost my mind. Stole the tape from my friend Natalie, her granddad's tape. I stole it from them. It was good times.
Yes.
So yeah, Ella Fitzgerald. 2, another pivotal point for me, Jodeci. Just with Jodeci, and the more grown I get, the more I'm like, give it to Casey and JoJo, because you're not screaming harmonies like that and making us sing along.
Under the direction of
Oh, I knew you. Come on.
Under the direction of-
Talk about
Tell
your
me.
guy, man.
Devontae Swain.
Okay.
Yeah.
He told him
No,
okay
Tank
because
doesn't play about Devontae Swain.
Devontae was a G, wasn't he?
And you got
Tank
to
don't
is
play
a
about
G.
Devontae.
And you also
Is,
got to
not was.
remember that JoJo and KC were quartet singers. So all of those harmonies, most of them are aggressive.
Right.
Until they break it down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God's calling you.
Yeah.
But for the most time, you ought to be born.
Hard.
It's most time
Hard.
it's that.
Hard. Yeah.
So that combination of them and then in
And
here.
intricacy. It's beautiful.
Yes.
And so I love Jodeci.
Okay.
Just
I love that you love Jodeci.
down the line. Karen Clark Sheard and the
Wow.
Clark sisters.
Come on.
It's a song called Angel when I was growing up, and it was just like it taught me like how to individually sing, but also sing in a choir or in a group with my sisters and that. So when I realized I could do something, sing a little bit, I was like, I'm the group arranger. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that Dorinda? Is that who it is?
It's all of
Watch
us.
the movie.
Yeah, Karen.
Twinkie. Who
Dorinda.
played the piano?
Twinkie was the
Okay.
Twinkie the piano, right?
orchestrator.
She was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is
I was
what
Twinkie.
we gonna do. So you twink.
I was Twinkie. And
Okay,
so
okay.
for me, it was just like hearing all these different sounds and all these like singing again, like Josie, Angels, like just going and like you hearing all the notes and then like they were singing around sometimes, but Angels for me was the one that stuck in my soul. Like the words, the lyrics, I really felt like I felt angels, like, you know, like so Karen Clark Sheard and the Clark sisters.
Love that. Love that.
Misha Paris. She doesn't get talked about enough. She's a British artist. She's one of the originals, the OGs, the reasons why I could stand here. She's this song called You Are My One Temptation. And she was coming off of the back of Sade. She was brown skin. She was a woman. She looked like a woman, you know, like, and she just looked like me. Like,
Yeah.
like if I grew up, I could be her. And she was singing though. She wasn't
write
up there
that
like
down.
giving.
Misha Paris.
Yeah, Misha Paris is. She wasn't up there giving gentle and just like a bunch of weave and.
MISHA?
MICA.
MI?
Paris.
Paris.
And she was singing. She was up there predecessing all of us. Like,
Yeah,
no one
getting
gives
busy.
her enough props, So Misha Paris was
And that's
one
why
of the
we
ones.
here.
Yeah.
We
She's
gonna
one
get
of the
them
ones
props.
for me. As a kid watching her on TV, it was just like I could do that. I could be on TV, I could sing. you
Yeah.
know? Not even I could be on TV, I could sing.
Yeah.
I could see myself. And then I was at 4. Okay, it's a combination. Donald Lawrence, Ron Canoli, and Daryl Coley.
Wow.
Oh, you went there.
Dear God.
Wow.
Dear God.
Because all right, so this is Ron Canoli. Ron Canoli, because I don't even know what version of gospel people consider him, but he's highly underrated, and I just feel like there's not a song of his that I don't know by memory now, still as a whole grown, that I wasn't singing when I was like 12 to 15.
Yeah.
You're the solid rock on which I stand. Like, I bust into it. Like, it's real. Like, it's not. I learned about Abraham Laborio, the world's greatest bass player. And I learned about him from watching Ron Canoli live, and to me, it was just like that moved my childhood in a certain way. I learned how to direct, how to move, and, all that stuff. Donald Lawrence, because I didn't even know that he'd had such a hand in so many different gospel artists' careers until I interviewed him. But just what the hell, like where you were hearing from God,
Yes.
consistently. And then Daryl Coley, because it didn't make sense, and it still don't make sense.
He's special.
Different.
He's special.
I don't know him. I've never met him. I just hear his voice, and I'm always very much like.
Just a standalone vocal. Just don't need nothing.
A cappella.
Just.
I don't want to practice to him. I just hear it. I listen to him to feel good. I don't know where you're going at any given time, and I'm fine with that. Just sing, and it feels good, and that's okay. Thank you. I'm gonna go about my day and listen to whatever trap music I was on this week. But
Whatever.
Whatever.
I just needed to hear this to make me jump up a
Get you
little.
back. Yeah.
Now I'm back to I might learn tomorrow, but
Yeah.
He's one of the ones that changed the switch for me as far as in the same vein as Ella Fitzgerald, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Our voices are instruments. Train it, work with it.
He's for sure the pioneer.
Yeah.
A foundational brick.
Yeah.
That's the Daryl Coley.
And I'm going to give you your flowers because I know that's what you do here, but like I'm going to tell you this. You've been moving for. I'm saying it like this. I don't want you to think I'm dating you, but like we know your foundation is your foundation.
I'm Unc.
You're not. You're good. But it's just very much like it's a blessing to see somebody just get better and just leaps and bounds get better. I feel like the first time I saw you perform, and it's gonna make you laugh, was with Jamie in London at Café de Paris. And Jamie pulled me on stage, but I was front row because I was studying. Right, I'm looking at these guys come over and sing R&B, and I'm like, well, this is just great. I'm having a time, and I'm Estelle in the UK at this point. No one knows me here, right? But I'm studying, and he pulls me. But I'm watching the background singers. I'm watching you sing, and I can't remember who else was there. But I just remember thinking,
Lonnie.
yeah, I was just like, that's Tank. Like in my head, I'm like, I feel like. I deserve, like, your records were out, and I'm just like, that's Tank, and they sound so, like, I'm just giving all the, like, there's no differentiation of respect. Well, it's Jamie Watson. It's like, no, that's, like, and my whole head is just like, at this time, and I don't know, I wasn't even paying attention when he called me up, because I didn't think he was talking to me, but I was very, like, I was just stunned, and I was, like, just happy and amazed to see you, like, singing, just period, in that period of time on stage,
crazy.
And then so like just watching you just consistently, just it's a note to longevity, and it's a note to just, somebody said this to me, Bevy Smith said this to me, it gets greater later. Capricorns, we tend to sit in our skin, and it just gets good when it gets good as we get grown, because we just sit, we get more seasoned in our stuff, and it's just like watching you here now, this is what I want to see. You know, this is it. So I love your journey. It's inspiring. It's beautiful, and just keep me and you, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope that was a compliment. I hope
That
you
was
understood
great.
that as a
No, it's
compliment.
great because like to find to receive a compliment in that moment, because that was a tough moment for me.
Yeah.
That was not Tank at its height. That was Tank, having to completely humble himself and say, "Hey, man, I need a job. I got kids. I got to pay for my kids.
Yeah.
My career's not cracking.
Right.
Can I come on the road and help you with yours?"
But the blessing in it is that you blessed me. Like, you have me out here, like, I'm still up here studying. Like, how do they sound so good? And I got my backgrounds. I'm out here like, well, you don't sound good. I'm out here tapping people and like, that sounds
You're not
trash.
Tank.
No, I learned how to from watching. I learned how to manage. Like what I wanted to hear, what it should sound like, what
Yeah.
it should be like.
Yeah.
There's no formal education
prideful
for this.
background singer. I love.
You're a prideful
singing
singer. You should,
backgrounds.
but you should sing. You're good at what you do. Like you don't half-ass this.
Yes.
You go with it with excellence.
Absolutely.
And the people you support and the artists that you big up and people that they're excellent. They're not out here doing halfway music or not kind of sure about who they are. Like the quality of guests, You guys out here, it's R&B. It's real.
Thank you.
So
Wow.
it's fine. It's good, man.
Yeah.
It's all the journey.
Thank you.
Come on, let's get to that real thing. Let's get to that real thing.
I got another list for you, man.
Oh, Lord.
Top 5
Okay. The
R&B
Voltron.
songs.
R&B songs.
Songs.
Oh, Jesus, sorry.
Them jam.
Then jams. Jam.
And see, yours can be different because, like you said,
Your
you grew up.
her information is so different.
Yeah.
And so cool.
Okay. Because I had a different list, but like we're gonna go with this. Okay. Marvin and Tammy. Pick any. You're not living until you're loving.
Yeah.
My mind was
'Cause that's
blown
the
when I
truth,
heard
too.
that record.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Truth, too.
It's words, the lyrics are true, but my mind was blown when I heard them sing that. I heard the vinyl of it first, and I listened to it as I'm recording albums. And you go through your phases of listening to different artists, and I heard it one time in one frame of mind, and I was just like, I believe that they were in love.
Yeah.
I believe there was some form of soulmates to these two, because you don't sing at each other like that if you don't believe what you're singing. There's just different energy and different conviction with them.
Nothing you can play with.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And to me, this, as much as the technicality with some songs, to me, it's the feeling, it's the emotion. And that song to me was just like, woo. Like, living until you love it, baby. Ooh. Yeah, like, I was like, all right. I see why your heart was broken. Sir, I get it. I understand when she passed. I get it, So that's one. Jesus, this is hard. It's like, it's hard. I'm going with a Jill Scott record.
Why not?
Jill Scott.
We love Jill Scott.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Okay. My favorite Jill Scott record is So Blessed. And it's related to the period of time I was going through. And she's like literally detailing her life and why she's so blessed. Wake up in the morning feeling fresh to death. I'm so blessed. Went to sleep stressed, woke up refreshed. I'm so blessed. Yes. And she's kind of rapping on that record, so I kind of like it. But it's the intention and the words, and it just makes it just. It's like vibranium for me. Powers me up.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's vibes in their songs, and to me that's a perfect song where she didn't even have a hook to it, more than she just had the oohs, ooh, like that part was just like you're singing that. That's the hook, So to me that was another really great song, like another, to me, best R&B records ever. It's two. 3. Let me think. Now I'm going to list. I'm just going to have a whole nother list. Oh, Anita Baker. Giving you the best that I got, baby. Oh, Jesus.
I can't wait for that tour.
Man.
Yeah,
Babyface and Anita Baker.
That-
You kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna breathe out, get my singing shoes ready, get my singing pants on. I'm ready.
I'm
ready
wearing flip flops to that show.
So you gonna sit out there barefoot and sing
I'm
with?
taking my time with that show. I'm
He
telling
said
you.
flip flops, honey. Anita Baker, best I got. I need video. I need you to do it. I
I'm
need
not
video.
gonna let that
You
man
not
do
gonna let
that.
I'm gonna be right in
Disrespect
here.
them legends with no damn with his
at my
toes
face.
out.
Tapping his foot. Go for it. Go for it.
Tripping.
Nonsense. Do it. I'll be with you though. The foolishness. No, I love Anita Baker in so many ways. She's longevity. She's class.
Mm-hmm.
She's truthful to herself. And I like that she speaks to the youngins now. I love her down. And that era, that song, she's still so convicted and so pure in her performance of it. I believe her. You know? I believe
She's
that it was
anointed.
true in that time, and I believe it now. Desiree gotta be.
Ah,
Yeah.
love that song.
Yeah. It's good, ain't it?
Great song.
It's simple in the same way that Don't Worry, Be Happy,
Mhm,
Just
mhm.
the Two of Us,
Mhm.
Don't You Worry About a Thing. It's simple like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
American Boy.
oh,
Yeah.
Just a feel good record.
Yeah.
it feels
yeah,
good,
yeah.
and the words are true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big words and make it make sense person.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense. I'm big on that.
That's a song.
Make it make sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Come on. All right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. Ready when you're ready.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Yeah. I have to follow the story, you know. And I get critiqued about that by my team, like, it's just a vibe, feel the vibe. What are they saying? Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah, I'm
comes
like
out my
that too.
mouth frequently. I get cussed out about that. Like, what are they saying? Like, oh, Jesus. 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Jesus. This is tough. I have a whole different list. Oh, my days. Oh, God, this is hard. All right. Okay. And I heard this and I was like, okay, this guy did his thing on this. Okay, this is hard because, can I do 6? All right, so I'll do them quick. All right. 5, 6.
Go ahead.
No, 5, okay. Yo, I was like, just go ahead. All right.
Get it.
2 people. All Is Fair in Love, Stevie Wonder.
Sheesh.
Can't miss.
Or we Living
Can't
Legend,
miss.
Wrap Him in Bubbles.
Yeah.
So grateful for him.
Yeah.
Another Again, John Legend.
Okay.
Because, goddamn.
Yeah.
And I heard the very first iteration of that record, like whatever he did, like I feel like there was a version of it, or maybe there was like the mix is different something, but hearing him play it was just like, who you trying to, whose feelings and whose hearts? And it's I'm not placing them together at all, but All Is Fair in Love, Stevie Wonder, just, man, we know that comes from God.
Yeah.
We're clear that comes from God. There are these many words in the English dictionary, and he finds ways every time,
Every time.
in every record, to rearrange the words and make us lose our, like, All Is Fair in Love. It's just, and the progressions, and then the come down, da 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 da. It's just like where is?
He makes difficult so easy.
He does. That's oh man, that's a great way to put it.
It don't make sense.
It doesn't. And he's a prime example for me. Like he's like, and I'm flex, but like I am grateful that I can call him a friend. but also like it's never gonna get old that he exists and knows who I am.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be like
Right,
when I stand around him,
Yeah.
like friends with his family, and I'm always still like just hi. Like, you know, me and his wife's cool. I'm just like sis, but like also like he's just brilliant, you know. He gets out the way. He's a prime example of get out the way, let God do what he gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I record, that's what I try to do.
Nice.
Get out the way, man.
Okay.
But yeah, those
All
are
right.
mine.
I like it. One more segment for you. Your R&B Voltron. Okay. Want to know who you gonna get the vocal from? Who you gonna get
superhero?
Yeah, the performance style from, the styling from, and the passion of the artist. Okay, gonna build it. Who you grabbing the vocal from?
The vocal. Jill Scott. She can do anything.
Anything.
She can do anything.
It's just not even trying.
And it just feels
it's just
good.
effortless.
It just feels good.
just
She can cuss you out.
and I will take it.
But
With a smile.
maybe I deserve to get
Maybe
cussed out.
How would you say it, Tag? How would you say it? Just like that?
She's so cold.
Yeah.
Just standing there, just so cold. That's tough. Okay, Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Performance style. On stage.
Usher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a new renewed pure fan from the Vegas residency.
You seen the first show, or the second show, or both?
Second show.
Monster show.
Jesus. He's on skates.
He's on skates.
I can
Literally.
barely breathe.
Yeah,
like
that's not shit. That shit ain't fair.
like he's
That ain't
literally,
fair.
what are we doing, bro? Like I
ain't fair.
can't breathe.
That
I
pissed me
can't
off.
breathe, sing, and be on skates. Like pick one
That
of the
pissed
two.
me off. I can normally appreciate a great performance, but that
made
upset
you,
me.
That made you mad?
Yeah.
Upset yourself.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I could
I
just.
can't do that.
Not even close.
I got to train. I need some training for that.
No, that made me do more push-ups. You know what I'm saying?
I said, I gotta go running.
Well, my
I
chest
hate
bigger than
running.
yours. Oh, yeah. Skate.
That's gonna be the next thing, bro. You gotta like sing the verse doing push-ups.
Yeah.
That would be. You can do that.
something.
D'Angelo did that. You can do it.
I got to do. He did it already. I got to try
He
something.
did that?
He did.
Ah, damn, you
He
can't
did
do
that in London.
Maybe I'll do pull-ups
That-
while I'm singing.
easy.
Muscle-ups.
You know what?
I do a
You go,
muscle
just
up
go
to the
get
mic.
She's your people.
Y'all don't start this. Okay.
Definitely. It's my dog.
All right, who we got? We got vocal Jill Scott, performance style Usher, the drip, the styling of the
Yeah.
artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay now, because. Okay, I can't say myself. No, I'm joking.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I be in my bag. I say myself, but like also, you know, who, another artist I appreciate their style and people like, and she pops out, and she looks good every time. Santi Gold,
Fly as hell.
fly,
She fly as hell.
fly on a lot of people's vision boards.
Yeah.
A lot of people's mood boards for their
Yeah,
artists.
no, they taking. They
Okay.
taking from that.
Santi Gold, she's one of the ones
Yeah.
people need to stop. Watch her.
Okay.
What was the other one?
Passion, the heart of the artist, the soul.
Anita Baker, Down.
I might
it.
cry.
Anita Baker. It was gonna be Anita Baker or it's gonna be Marvin and Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
It's either or.
I heard Anita sing a piece of Happy Birthday.
How did you feel?
It
About
gave
like-
me chills. It
Okay.
ran
Yeah, no,
through-
he called me about her singing Happy Birthday.
it's just a piece.
Yeah,
It ran
yeah.
through my soul.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, it's about right. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do at a full concert.
No.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
I just want you to film yourself and I'll film myself too.
Z definitely going to be filming me.
Okay.
Look at this punk.
Yeah. Stab you with your ass in the ass.
Anita.
100%.
Oh, God.
She's one of the ones.
That's a dope Voltron.
Man, you kidding me?
Yeah.
So
The passion of Anita.
That's how, her music. That's what taught me R&B music.
And I love, you know what I love about her? What I relate the most, like you don't have to go so hard all the time. Her tone is her tone. Like she floats. Betty White said that to me too. She's like, you don't have to holler.
That's what Betty
can
White told you?
She did. She told me I could
Did
just.
Betty White ever tell you anything?
Nothing, another thing.
Wow. That's what Betty White told her.
Betty Wright, not Betty White. My bad. Not Betty White. Betty
Okay.
Wright.
Betty White.
Betty Wright. She said to me, she was like, we did a Black Girls Rock, and the next day she's like, I saw you singing Conqueror, and your your tone is beautiful. Just, you know, she didn't say it like a admonition. She was like, I love that you don't like have to holler. You can just give, and that's your superpower essentially.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Sing within your.
yeah.
Sean told me that one day. Me and Sean were doing that record.
Since both of y'all flexing on me at the point, what Sean are you talking about, sir?
Sean Stockman, the Boyz II Men.
Okay, you see?
yeah.
Okay, you see?
Yeah, y'all haven't flexed.
Darling, it gets greater later, honey. Let's go. This is Capricorn time.
And he was talk about that talk. He was
I'm
doing
about
it.
to break out my Michael Jackson picture.
You know what?
Oh, wait, hold
then
on. I
there's
forget. You
And
forget.
then there's the big space. There's the big joker.
You will.
But he's like, yeah, I don't sing loud. I was like, what do you mean? He's
You
like,
have to.
this is how I sing. How I talk, that's how I sing. And I just sing like that. I was like,
He does.
It works.
okay, got you. And then I was having a conversation with my kid Daryl Walls from Walls Group.
Yeah.
And he was like, I gotta get out of screaming, man. I was like, I'm trying to figure out how to get out of it too.
Yeah.
Because I just have this space of aggression that I love to go to, and that's always been me emulating John P. Key.
Yeah. Singing.
It's always been me trying to live in that heavy space when I'm naturally a cross between Babyface and Brian McKnight.
Right.
That's where I naturally live.
Yeah. You're right.
So I was just like, how do I dial it back?
Internal.
You know what I mean?
Get present.
And even explore more of my lower register, which I never use. Like I can sing down here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Who's Barry White right now?
Can we?
You'll never find.
We need more.
Blum,
No,
blum.
Barry White is underrated. That
Barry
man
White
is
is
brilliant.
Listen, he was a monster.
Brilliant.
He used to take his time.
So we clear.
Yeah.
And spawn so many groups and just musical album. Like,
Never
do you understand?
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah. I'm
You
done.
Hey, listen. The most urgent he sang was like, what's the word? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. What's that song?
They'll know.
That was one of them. That was one. Yeah. I'm gonna love you just a little bit more. As a,
There's no way
yeah, exactly.
they could have made you.
Right.
Like, what you do?
Right. Singing hard. My
was
first,
just-
my last, my
Yeah.
everything.
My everything.
Yeah. Giving.
Yeah.
Like-
It's exploring that balance, that just graceful space
Ease.
in your register and in your tone. Like,
It's a lot of internal,
yeah.
like calming it down.
It's really got to be on purpose for me
Yeah.
because I get hype
And you can
I
do it.
just
You got it.
I don't.
You got it. I want to hear more.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying no name. I ain't saying no name. I ain't saying no name. Who you with? Where you was? What you did? And who your friends? You better not say no name. Better not say no name. Better not say no name. Yeah.
Come on.
Little shop of horror at the end. I like that. I like that.
I like that movie. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
you know,
God.
we at that we at that part of the show. Mm-hmm. We here, you know. Little Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me out. Little Shop of Horrors.
So this segment of the show, it's called I Ain't Saying No Names. Where you tell us your story,
Oh God.
funny or fucked up, and the travels of Estelle. And Estelle is from, she's from across the waters. So it could be a story from across the waters if you want to. A pond, a river.
Pond the River.
Or Pondy River if you want to.
Yeah.
Pondy River.
Yeah. Only rule in the story,
Oh God. All
in
right.
the segment, is you can't say the names.
Now.
No names.
All right.
No.
Can I say what they do?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You can explain the things around it. You can explain the characteristics. You can't say their name.
Okay.
Are there aliases?
Yeah.
Hey, alien.
Hey, Leon.
You can't say none of that.
This, all right, I have one.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to precede this with this person's like...
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm
Because
scared.
right now, today, or tonight, if it's overseas, we are going to Estelle's. I ain't saying no names.
I ain't saying no names. All right. This person is like, we laugh and say that, you know, like Wayne Brady was in Dave Chappelle's, like, he just pops up and does the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
Okay. The person's like that to me. Very smooth, R&B singer, really cool. So we have this show for a really well-known publication. And we're in the middle of like Omaha, Nebraska, something like that, like somewhere. We're literally in cornfields. And I fly in and I'm just like, they give me this like really small, like backstage area, like a little, the Winnebagos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thinking it's just whatever. And I'm not really looking around. When I go to do my shows, I go in to do my thing and leave. And I go in and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is adequate. We're only here for a couple hours. It is, I don't even know what this thing is. I step in, I look in, I step outside and was like, well, I'll just wait out here. This is not cute at all. This is not cute. Put my shoes in the bag in the truck. I'll change in the truck. It'd be fine. And we're standing outside. It's me, my DJ, and my road manager. And it's quiet. But I look to my left and there's this beautiful Winnebago. This thing is like 4 yard blocks. This thing is just big.
Yeah.
So Winnebago's going for like half the field.
Yeah.
And I'm here like, who is this for? And I'm really not paying any mind. Didn't look at the set list or nothing. And it's the artist, Winnebago. I'm not fast. I don't go in there. I'm trying to be respectful. Like, oh, it's cute. They probably never gonna use it, but it's probably like mad things in there. But whatever.
It's got mad things on there.
I got mad like cool water. I had like a tray with like a water and a Coke. Okay.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was just very opposite. We're standing there and we're just out here talking. Me, my DJ, and my manager, and we're just standing there. All of a sudden, I hear down the field, hey, yo, bitches ain't, and they ain't saying nothing. I bees in the trap, blaring. This SUV is like moving down this cornfield, and I'm like having a time. Like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on? Because it's very quiet. It's very chill. And then the R&B singer pops out, and he's like, hey, and he's like shirtless, and he's living it, and he's going for it, and I'm just like. My head is doing a whole swivel. Like, what is going on? Now, I am just consistently just, what is happening? He's like, pulls up with a skirt. His driver pulls up with a skirt, and he pops out, and he's like, barely got a shirt on. He's like, hey, yo, just come in the trailer. And so I'm like, I'm already just mind blown that he's rapping Nicki Minaj. At unrealistic bees in the trap, at unrealistic decibels, pulling through this cornfield.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just like, oh, what the? Okay. So then we all go in the
mansion of
mansion of this Winnebago. It's a beautiful Winnebago, and I'm just looking at my Winnebago, going, this is some bullshit. Whole soul still confused, and he's like, oh. How you getting back to New York? I used to live in New York at the time. How you getting back to New York? Oh, we'll fly back tomorrow. Just come with me on the jet. My whole soul is just having a time because you got this beautiful Winnebago. They flew you here on a jet.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just like, just come with me on the jet. And I'm just like, I have people with me. Oh, okay. And he's just very much like, it's just like, he's living a completely different reality than me. And it's same music. It's all turned. It's just vibes up in this Winnebago. And when I tell you he sings the smoothest of music, so it's just blowing my mind that this is all the way turned up. And so I go and I perform, and then I get off, and I'm just like, I want to go. And I was like, wait and see what this artist does. It's dusk, and he damn near turns into Marvin Gaye on stage, and it's just R&B.
Yeah.
And I'm just like looking at him going, 45 minutes ago,
you was being in the trap.
You was bees in the trap.
Yeah.
What is going? So like it just lets me know, and this just keeps happening. Every time I see him in random circumstances, it'd be some very wild, like I'm standing there going, okay, what? I don't know what's about to happen. This is nuts. Another time he ended up rapping Rick Ross outside of a walkthrough. I sat there like this, wanted to join in, but just sat still because I wasn't sure. I didn't know what was going to happen, man. I just didn't know. It was, and he's just the exact opposite of all of this as a person, as an artist that we know him to be. But in real life, it's very
He turned. Private jets.
More than me when I'm in my vibe. It's quite interesting. So it was it was just a very like, what the hell is happening moment.
R&B will surprise you.
We will surprise you.
Man. And you feel like the artist follows, their personals follow their outside.
Nah.
It never.
Not in this R&B thing. It's different.
No, it's very,
different.
very strange.
It's different.
Yeah. It was very weird. So that's my like, what the hell? People crazy, and they have beautiful Winnebagos and jets and
Winnebagos and jets.
Winnebagos and jets.
I was tight though because I was just like, this thing is beautiful. Look, it's clean. Look at the floors. Like,
I don't know. I've been in some of those not so
nice,
tidy Winnebagos.
And you just have to hold it, kind of thing, to a degree. You're just like, you know what? It'll be fine today.
You know
just
what?
In here for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's just for 2 hours.
It's 2 hours.
And sometimes I'll just sit in the car. You're like, dude, let's just sit in the ride. We'll just go from the spring.
Put my shoes in the car.
What I'm saying? Yeah, we will be. But I think it's so different for female artists. I think, even though, when females are on the come up, I get it. You know what I'm saying? The accommodations aren't always going to be the greatest for new artists. But a female has to get ready a different kind of way.
Yeah.
And I wish promoters would be more mindful of that.
It comes with your boundaries though too. You have to tell them from the rip, I don't do that. It's not how I move.
And they'll trick you.
Have to get the things.
They'll say, "Oh yeah, we got it." As soon as you get there, like this.
And then it's also up to you as an artist to know what you're walking into. Sometimes, like, nah, you don't look like you got it. I'm gonna change at the hotel. I'll be there when I'm there.
There's a certain fee. We got a certain fee in the rider.
That part.
If you don't meet the requirements, it's gonna cost you.
I'm gonna pop out. I'm not gonna pop out.
Because if you miss out on the food, right there with that what that $750,000 was that? So that's $1,200. Yeah, if you miss out, you do this wrong. It's tears of wrongdoing. That's gonna cost you.
Five. James Brown.
Gotcha.
5. Right. 5.
2 times.
2 times. 100%.
Estelle, thank you so much for just giving us your time.
Thank you for having me, man.
Giving us your good energy.
Blessing us.
You know what I'm saying? Like blessing us. Like you're always dope to be around.
Thank you,
You know
man.
what I mean? And I hope you know that, your name is associated with all good things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
I
good
appreciate
energy.
that.
All good vibes. There's nobody in this world that I know.
I was like, I know there's somebody, but like,
Cause you can probably get to the shit if you want to.
Yeah.
Shit.
look,
Some of them
harmony.
niggas you wrote songs about.
Yeah, I'm sure during your
It's
outside days, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we good. I don't have no beef with nobody.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I really don't.
I
I really don't. Like, I try and stand up on my stuff. I try and stand on my
pod, if
word.
somebody walk up on me like, "You seen Adele? You let me know you see her."
You see that? No. I try and stand on my word as much
Yeah.
as I can. And if you have beef with me, say it. And if you
Yeah, let's
don't,
get
then
to
you
it.
don't know me well enough.
Yeah.
We good.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
and if you do, it's harmony. It's all right.
Well,
It
your
can
name is
exist.
good on every Martin Luther
Yeah.
King I'd have been on.
Yeah.
So
Thank
And you're loved here.
yeah,
Thank
you
you.
love
And I
it.
promise I will stop
Likewise.
running up on you about coming on the podcast because now you come.
That's okay. It's okay.
I'm walking out of places. So you coming, right? You coming to the podcast,
It's true.
right?
It's
I know you're trying to enjoy yourself in here, and I'm trying to leave, but I just want to make sure you gonna pull up.
It's true. It's true.
Everybody was looking forward to you to come. My daughter's always like, "Is Estelle here
I
yet?"
love her.
I haven't seen Estelle. Zion happy. Everybody just
what a beautiful family. So
Yeah.
grown. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I see, and I look out for them like they my kids. By the way, I see Zoe at a concert. I was like,
yeah.
all right. I
What
texted
you
him
doing?
like, hey, I see her.
Yeah.
She's
I
like,
see
we
her.
good.
I
I
see
see her. She's in front of me. We good. Okay.
But we are appreciative of your
No,
energy.
thank you so
For sure.
much.
Appreciative of your contributions.
Thank you for having me.
Just to the universe overall.
Yeah,
Like,
and nice
youthful or
sweatsuit.
just personal.
Nice sweatsuit.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Nice sweatsuit.
This
see.
was developed by me in the COVIDs, and I'm just continuing the vibe. Roses.
Keep the
you know,
vibes
so,
going.
Thank you, man.
We like roses.
Come on, entrepreneurship.
You know.
What's the name of it?
EST 1988, home clothes.
Home clothes.
Home clothes.
Home clothes.
So if you go online, if you look on at Instagram, it's at EST 1980 Inc. I just do sweats, I do comfy clothing, and just stuff to make you feel good and comfortable in your skin.
Dope.
Love it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm Tank,
I'm jvalentine.
and this has been the R&B Money Podcast, the authority
Uh-huh.
on all things R&B, and we've had royalty in the building. We just had royalty.
Yeah.
Just the greatest energy ever. That's it.
Thank you.
And we're gonna continue the vibes. Make it make sense.
Make it make
Coming
sense.
soon.
Coming soon.
But I love one, Estelle. Make some noise. Yeah.